Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode with your boy Money Spence. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how I was able to turn $2,000 into $12,000 for the month of May. We're going to go over my gains that I made, my expenses that I had to pay out because I'm a funded trader with Top Step, and we're also going to talk about the strategy that I utilize to make these gains. And before we take a deep dive into this episode, make sure you consider joining the Supreme Traders so you can also learn how to become a funded and profitable trader. Let's take a deep dive into the episode. Here's my futures day trading report for the month of May 2025. So for starts, I made $11,556.38. So I'm a funded trader with Top Step LLC. So we have to pay expenses to keep our, accounts, running and going and things of that nature. They're basically day trading business expenses. But I had to pay Top Step $2,144.38 for my combines and my funded accounts. Third, with Top Step, I received, multiple payouts. So I had three accounts at the beginning of this month. So I depleted all of those accounts and I was able to take out a payout from those three accounts, 3,000 and some change. And my other five funded accounts I had going into this month, I took out about 2,000 and some change. So now let's take a quick look at the payouts that I received from Top Step. And for these five accounts, I actually took out more than this $2,000, but when I made this report, that was the amount that I was at that given time frame. So here's the payouts that I took out with Top Step. As you can see, one for 1,000 and some change, 400 and some change on May 28th, 1,300, 800 on May 9th, 700 and some change, 700 and some change, 1,000, and on May 5th, $965.28. So that's a couple $1,000 that I was able to withdraw from my funded accounts with Top Step. Now we're going to review my funded accounts. So here's one of my funded accounts with Top Step. The total profit from May through June 2nd, it was $1,208 for this one account. For the next account, it was $2,868.44. The third account, $2,857.50. The fourth account, $905.86. And the last account, that was for $391.34. If we go back to my futures trading report, the active five accounts that I just showed you all, that was a profit of about 8,000 and some odd change. In the previous three accounts that I had earlier within the month, last month, I took out $3,526.84. So if you add these two amounts up right there, you should get $11,556.38. Now, when it came to, making these gains, I promise you, family, it was not easy. It was a roller coaster, but I stayed disciplined and I was patient and I kept risk management at the top of my mind. And that's some of the traits that you need to keep at the top of your mind when it comes to day trading on a consistent basis. Now we're going to take a deep dive and look at the strategy that I utilize to make these gains for the month of May. So for the month of May, when I turned $2,000 into $12,000, I am basically utilizing a simple strategy that you can use with futures and options. Now, I'm going to break this strategy down in the most simplest basic terms as possible. Before the trading day usually begins, I'll usually set up my pre-market low and my pre-market high. And the strategy that I'm utilizing, it's either the 5-minute open range break or the 15-minute open range break. Now, it's based off of the first 5 minutes or 15 minutes of the trading day. So as you all can see, we're currently on the 15-minute time frame right now. So when the day usually begins, I may adjust my chart to the 1 minute time frame after that, 15-minute candle is closed, or I honestly may trade the first 5 minute candle of the day. But just to keep things, simple and straightforward, let's just focus on the 15-minute time frame, because that's the time frame that most, professional day traders utilize. So you always want to wait until the 15-minute candle close. And this 15-minute candle closed right here, right? It closed right here in this section. Now, with this strategy, you want to see after the first 15-minute candle close, you want to see if we're going to break the 15-minute resistance or start trending back down to the 15-minute support. On this particular day, I think I made about 1,000 and some change, or about 2,000, right? This was on June the 4th. On this particular day with this strategy, you could have got in short and placed your stop loss up here. So after 9:45 a.m., we didn't really have a strong confirmation back towards the upside. So you could have got in right here, right? Could have got in right here. Or if you wanted to wait until we broke below the pre-market high, you could have waited until we broke below the pre-market high. You could have got in right here, or you could have waited patiently and got in somewhere in this area. And then you could have rolled this move all the way down, and you could have sold at the pre-market low. That's why it's extremely important for you to have your levels in place before the trading day begins. So I already had my level in place for the pre-market low and the pre-market high before the trading day began. Now, when it comes to the 15-minute ORB, that's usually developed after 9:44 a.m. So you could have got in right here in this area, and then you could have sold down here and secured profits right here on this candle. And that could have been an easy, $200 through $1,000, depending on how many contracts you were holding, or if you were trading futures or options. But every single day, myself and the Supreme Traders, we're dominating the day trading industry by utilizing this simple, basic strategy on a daily basis. And I'm also giving the Supreme Traders a morning game plan to also keep at the top of their mind as well. So if you found some value in this video, please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to join the Supreme Trading Discord with the link below. Have a safe, blessed day, and thank you for rocking with your boy Money Spence.